after doing some research on you and typing in Feli Fame on Google, on YouTube, and all that stuff, I realized that you actually used to go by a different name, Felony.
Yeah. Feli Fame. Yeah, you know, at that time I was a kid, you know what I mean? Like, but I still had reasoning behind everything that I did. That was one of the choices that I made, and I thought people would actually look into why, rather than just all of a sudden saying they think I'm a bad guy, and I'm just like, this guy's representing something bad, when it just had something to do with the places that I'm from. Even one time I was in New York performing in Puma from VH1. I was doing a show and he was hosting it. I guess he was a little drunk or something. And it was my turn to perform. He was like, Feli Fame. It's like, you got any felonies? Oh nope, get out of here. Like, I'm just like, whoa. Like, it was in front of everybody too, so I'm like, come on, bruh. You know what I mean? But we seen each other after that, and it actually it was cool about it. It wasn't no big deal, but yeah, you know, I just thought that people would understand. It just represents me being from two different places. You know, one of my friends at the time, she was actually also my PR. She suggested it. She was like, you know what, having a rough time with the felony, also because it was mainly about the kids at the end of the day. Like, I really didn't care what nobody think. Like, you know, if I believe in something, I'ma stick with it, regardless of who's riding with it. Like, if I believe it's right, it's right. Like, I'm fighting for it. Like, you ain't gonna stop what I believe. But, you know, shout out to Shy. Like, she was just like, you know, for the kids, I was doing a lot of talking at the Boys and Girls Club and stuff, and I didn't feel right pulling up, and my name was like Felony, so I'm like, you know what, let's shorten that up to Felony.
You mentioned on an interview on Power 105.1 that you were the only one kind of from your area and family that had an opportunity.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit more about your childhood and growing up? You know, talking a little bit more about growing up.
Yeah, I would say growing up, like, my grandmother and my mother made things, and my uncle made things so good for me that I didn't really see what was going on around me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they made it so good for me, so I never really noticed what was really going on around. You know, it was kind of like normal to me, you know what I mean? But until I got older is when I started realizing, and then I'm seeing other areas. Once I got out of that area and went to like Jersey and seeing, you know what I'm saying, how they were living in a particular part of Jersey I was in, I'm like, wow, this is different. You know, like, even if, to be honest with you, like, everything changed when I went to Jersey, and it changed for the better. Like, I went from like doing bad in school, fighting every day, to when I went to Jersey, my grades got higher in school. Like, it just was like crazy, like the 360, you know what I'm saying, that surroundings could really do it for you, you know what I mean?
Now, what are the differences from living in North Carolina to New Jersey? Because, you know, I don't think people really understand the depth of Jersey because it is such a small state and it gets overlooked most of the times. But what would you say are the differences?
I mean, the differences in both are, it's just like, living wise, is just, I would say it's like pretty much a 360. You know, my experiences, you know, because I've lived in multiple parts of New Jersey. I've lived in Newark, I've lived in West New York, New Jersey. I've lived in Roselle Park, New Jersey. I've lived in numerous Guttenberg, New Jersey. Like, I've lived in numerous parts of New Jersey. But I would say for the most part, the difference is, like, me being in North Carolina, I really didn't see any real opportunity around, because there is none. Like, you can't just, there's no like bloggers that's looking to, you know what I'm saying, talk to you or post your music. You can't walk outside and see anybody, you know, fans that you've seen on TV or any of that. You know, that's mainly if you're in Jersey, if you're in New York, you know what I'm saying, you get those opportunities. I really feel like, me being from North Carolina and artists in New York and New Jersey, I feel like if you let me come to a place that you live at and gain more than you, you're not doing something right, or you're not hungry. Because there's no way that I should be from North Carolina and I came there and I just grinded, and then, like, you right here every day with these people. If somebody don't talk to you one day, you try again. Like I kept trying again with everybody that I knew every day. And I finally slowly started to get different places. Like even when I met Cam, like before I met Cam, like I was sleeping in my car just to meet him. Like I was waiting till he came outside. Like that's how I was confident in myself. Like I was so confident. Like I had my CDs. I had a magazine article I was in with Hip Hop Weekly, and I was just waiting to show him. So I didn't have a place to live in Jersey. Like it was over. Like I didn't have a place to live at this time. I was just in the car with all my bags, everything. And my mom was calling me like, "Why are you staying out there? You're not staying out there in the street in the car. You can't do this." And she's calling me every day, and she's threatening me like, "You better go now, you better come back." I'm like, "No, I got this." But came the day. Finally came outside. I talked to him. I told him for real. I was like, "Listen, man, if you don't like my music, I shovel your driveway the whole winter." After that, he started laughing. I gave it to him. When I went to North Carolina, I just kept thinking to myself, like, man, he gonna call. I'm quite sure he gonna call. And I swear to you, like 3 days later, he called. And that's when I got on the album with Cam after that. And I just went from there. Like, it just came from just being hungry. Like, just being hungry. Like, I wasn't taking no for an answer, just like I'm not taking no for an answer now. Like, even though I get frustrated doing what I do, which I try not to show it, like, I try to put positivity, I try to put out there what I want to take in. So if I'm dealing with something, sometimes I just go off to myself and I just chill out. You know what I'm saying? I just think and I sit back. I just want to stay away from social media and then I'll get back on. But I don't like really posting my feelings.
When you say you don't like posting your feelings, do you feel like you are in tune with your feelings at all?
Yeah, I'm in tune with them, but I don't like for people to see that I'm going through something and be happy about it. Because I feel like that gives people satisfaction who want to see me like kind of lose. Like online just breeds that. Like I don't know what it is in people. Like they want to see they want to see you down, and I don't want to get anybody satisfaction of seeing me down ever. So that's why like I'd rather just if I'm going through something, I'll just like keep it to myself.
Do you feel though you're kind of holding back on your fans though by doing that, by being guarded because of haters?
I'm not gonna say it's because of them, like, but I'd rather keep them uplifted. Like even though everybody goes through something, I'd rather keep them uplifted. You know what I mean?
Now, what if though a situation, a scenario that you're going through, can help and inspire the next person by just talking about it? Because I think we're in the age where social media is really just for hype and for the perception of the good life. Mm-hmm. No one wants to show the struggles and the reality of what everyone's going through every day. Now, I feel like if you was to open up a little bit more to your fans and be a little bit more transparent, I think you would help more people than you expect.
I think so too. I think now I'm entering that mode that you just described. Like I'm entering that now. Like now I'm in that mode where it's like I really don't even care. Certain things I just don't even care about. Like I don't care having a million gazillion Instagram followers. I don't care. Like I'm not gonna like cry over anybody not posting my music. Like I hate when I see that online. Like, oh, you're not posting my stuff. Like who cares, bro? Like working till they feel like they want to post it. If they don't post it, so what? You gonna stop what you're doing? I'm not gonna complain about nobody posting my music. You know what I mean? I know a million people that I've helped a million times and they never post my music, and I never say, I don't care about that. If you don't, you don't. If you do, you do.
I have this saying that I kind of like started to use as I've gone on my journey, my spiritual journey, and it's more or less like what people think is none of my business.
Exactly.
It's none of my business, and I think once we can kind of almost convince the mind that it's true, you start to live free.
Yes, I agree. I swear that's the same element that I'm in my life right now. Like my whole life, I've given everything to try to make it in this industry. Everything, like all my money, all my time, my relationships with my friends, not seeing my cousins grow up, not doing it. Like I've dedicated everything, and now I'm just at a point in my life where I'm like, you know what, man? I feel like I've given my life times more to, my people who support me and to the grind itself, you know what I mean? And now I'm at a stage in my life where I'm just like, you know what, I'm just gonna relax and have fun and buy what I want to buy, do the things I want to do, because I've been grinding, like really grinding. When I say grind, I mean like, listen, you're gonna go to the studio, you're gonna eat, I'm going to the studio. I take stuff that people don't see, they just see like what you do and the, you know what I'm saying, the bigger stuff you do. They don't see the things that, you don't think about the things that you had to do to get there. And I literally wanted to do this my whole life and never have anybody to tell me this. Like anybody that knows me, that's one thing about me, I never switched. Like I never switched my goals my whole life. It's been the same. It's been the exact same. And anybody who's, whether you're from Newark, whether you're from Lodi, whether you're from North Carolina, Pembroke, Wilmington, Robeson County, I'm known for the same thing. I've been doing the same thing my whole life and I've never switched. Like I refuse to lose at it. It was the way it made me feel. It made me feel like I could reach people. Like I could reach people and I could relate to people. It wasn't ever about like, I want to be the biggest in the world or I want to have all the money. Like if it would have been about, if rap would have been about money to me, I'd have been quit a long time ago. Because with the money that I've invested in myself, I could probably have a house. I need to reach the point where I feel like I made my grandmother happy. And before she passed away, she used to always just say, ask me like, you got a deal yet? You have a deal yet? You have a deal yet? Like, and I could just hear her voice in my head just saying that like repeatedly to me. And I just like, so that's why it's just so on my mind to do that. You know what I mean? I just knew that, you know what? This is something that I want to do. And I set out to make it happen.
Can you appreciate the journey?
Yeah, I appreciate it. It taught me a lot. It taught me a lot of things. Definitely a lot of things.
If you had a chance to go back, would you do anything differently?
Yes.
And what would that be?
I would have built better relationships with people. Because I had the opportunity to be around a lot of people before they got their start. And I didn't see it for what it was when it was happening. And I'll give you the perfect example. Meek Mill. I'll say, I was making my runs around the city. One of the few people, that was in the city around the same time as me was Meek Mill, French Montana before he was anything. Rick Ross. Rick Ross came out to what's called Hell's Kitchen in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
And French Montana was there, sitting beside me. We were just sitting there. And then I remember Rick Ross introduced him, went outside, and Meek Mill was there, just standing there. And Rick Ross had left Meek there. So I was just talking to Meek outside. This is before anybody even, you know what I'm saying? We just talking whatever and whatnot. And started talking after that, and it just, stopped. You know what I mean? Like, I just started worrying about what I was doing, which is not the wrong thing to do, but I didn't see it for what it was. Like, I didn't see it flourishing into something. And that's happened, like, in a few different situations with me and different artists.
But in a way, I feel like we can kind of look at that as a positive as well.
Yeah, I do. Like, I try to look at everything I do as a positive. Don't get me wrong. I would alter and change a few things, but I still look at it as a positive.
Yeah, because think of it in this light. Sometimes it's hard to be an artist and have a big circle of artists as your friends because everybody wants the spotlight. And sometimes it can hold your career back.
And you're definitely right about that. You never know which way life's gonna take.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like I said, that's happened a lot. It happened with J. Cole too. So when I first got introduced to Cam, just when I had first met J. Cole, and this is before anything too. This is like around his mixtape era. And just to go out to the club, like to tell him like, hey man, you signed to Jay, I just thought, mess with Cam, da 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 da. And I don't know. That was it. So it's talking, and then same situation.
You don't find that weird though? You've been in that situation multiple times?
Multiple times. Who else?
To me, I see that as a sign.
Yeah, then I was about to start working with Mandisi's from Love and Hip Hop, doing some writing and stuff. We sat down, had a meeting. Then he goes to jail. So I got introduced to Busta Rhymes from a guy named Clay. Clay works for Grand Hustle. It's like T.I. man, right hand man. He took me to Busta Rhymes. Busta was like, you know what? I want to sign you. I want to sign you. I don't know what happened after that. Like more memories. It's never happened. You know, Cam was like the furthest. You know, the one that was really like put his like real like hand out for me. You know, at that stage, like he actually was about what he said. Not that it wasn't. It just didn't happen. For the rest, but with him it did happen. So it's just a part of the grind. You know, certain things make me want to speed up my process. Like when I see my family getting older. Like, I want them to enjoy things now because like the way I look at it is with my grandmother I wasn't able to do what I wanted to do for her before she left, you know. So in that sense it makes me want to speed things up because I want to be able to do something, you know, for my family while I'm here and while they're here. Because it's like, man, my grandmother gave all of this and did all of this for me, did all of this for all of us. And I feel like I wasn't able to do anything in return. So it bothers me when I go to sleep at night sometimes, and it bothers me when I write sometimes.
I can understand that.
Yeah, because that's how I feel. Like I feel like I didn't do it in time. That's how I feel. Like I didn't do it in time. That's how I feel.
Can I give you another perspective to try to look at it to maybe bring you more at peace?
Yeah, of course.
I feel like just by staying out of trouble and following your dreams, that's probably the most important thing your grandma could have wanted from you. Being on that right path.
Yeah. I think so too. I think so too.